Welcome back to the next section, and now I'm going to break down who I am, what I've done, and why you should feel comfortable working with me and my team. My name is Richard Taylor, founder of Harrison Blake Apparel, established in 2014. And before I got into the industry, what I was doing was working as an author. I was writing books. I did several works of fiction, which got me a lot of awards within the industry, and then I pivoted in my business because I wanted to write a nonfiction book. And I thought that would be a challenge for myself. And one of the things that I've always loved is the fashion industry. And I was also a big fan of learning more about manners and etiquette. So I put together my first nonfiction book titled The Life of a Gentleman, and it's coincidentally the name of our podcast as well. So The Life of a Gentleman was a way to explain and to encourage to others how they could gain more respect, master etiquette and timeless style, and really just become a gentleman and live that gentleman's lifestyle. So that's what The Life of a Gentleman was all about. Now, when I wrote this guide, a lot of nonprofit organizations like the Boys and Girls Club and other youth groups from around the country were using this guide as a way to speak to that next generation to help them become a gentleman. And what I realized, though, as an author is you don't really make a lot of money. Let's just be honest. Being an author doesn't really bring home the bacon, so to speak. So I had to develop a product to go along with and work in tandem with the works of writing that I was doing. So I developed a idea that I would produce. I figured out a way to make lapel pins, and I started making lapel pins at my kitchen table, and I put them on Etsy initially, and they started selling like hotcakes. Then I decided to make a website and an Instagram page, and it took off from there. And as they say, the rest is history. I became deeply developed into this men's fashion industry, and over the years, I ended up starting a monthly subscription club, which had thousands and thousands of members, where I would coordinate a look every month of necktie, pocket square, socks, lapel pin, bracelets, and send it to people's homes. And then we introduced the custom clothing because I had kind of cut my teeth in this industry, as they say, and people were reaching out to me, hey, Rich, you can sell everything else. It's time for you to sell custom suits. And that's how I got into the industry. It's just like the old saying, when the student is ready, the master will appear. And that's where I was at. I was having success selling everything under the sun for men's fashion and accessories except custom suiting. And then I made that jump into the world of custom suiting, and I never looked back. Why? Because I was able to sell large ticket items. I meet with clients. It usually on average only takes an hour, and the average order is about $1,500 per client. So there was no turning back. That's a little bit about how I got into the industry. And then I followed that up with my second nonfiction book, The Mindset of a Gentleman, that you also get access to. Both of these books, in addition to the 5 other books that I have written, all about business and social media and email marketing and professionalism. And those are some of the core competencies of growing your business. I don't want you to get in this and then fall flat on your face. I want you to get into this business and thrive. And so the written instruction is there. Of course, you get access to that, but you also get access to my wealth of knowledge because we'll be meeting every month as a group as well. And you can bounce ideas off other people that are in the academy. That's a nice little bit a benefit, I guess you should say, about being part of the academy. But now let's get back to the story and a little bit more about me. I also have a corporate background of being a corporate trainer for a Fortune 500 company. And while I was doing that, I really developed that love of teaching other people and the love of instruction, seeing their face light up when they have that aha moment and they know, you know what, I've got it. So me delivering this information and putting it together in the form of quick reference guides, we call them QRGs, PDF printouts, and making instructional videos, second nature for me, because I had been doing it secularly, and now to put it and bundle it together and give people this information all about being a custom clothier, second nature to me. And when I did that as a corporate trainer, I was 5-star rated, and people walked away from the experience working with me for a week or more and really loving and enjoying it. And I was addicted to that feeling of enjoying helping others. And that's one of the other reasons why I position myself right here in this industry as being an authority and being able to help others dive into this industry. I know I can give you the instruction. I know that I can give you the training that's going to help you. Now, Harrison Blake Apparel has had a lot of success over the last 10 years. We've worked with clients on just about every single continent. We have connections and partnerships with people in different countries, in different regions, and we have over 90,000 followers on Instagram. Was able to do that, grow that myself, so I can teach you that social media knowledge as well. In addition to that, Harrison Blake Apparel has been featured in Esquire. Some of it was for the writing of my books, GQ magazine, Brides magazine, countless newspapers, and many different industry magazines. I've interviewed everybody through my podcast that has over 100 plus 5-star ratings. I've interviewed so many people in this industry, and that interaction, just getting that knowledge, just being engulfed in that, has really helped me take my business to the next level. And now we're kind of packaging it up and giving it all to you. Harrison Blake Apparel has a great rating on Google. We have a great engagement rate on Instagram, and now we're trying to do a little bit more on YouTube. And one of the things that I'm really most proud of is the fact that it's a small family-owned business, and I've kept it that way on purpose. And if you watch ESPN or you watch ABC Sports, and maybe you've seen people, I'm going to name drop Robert Griffin III, RG3. We've dressed him for the past few years. So there's a lot of people that we've touched and started just from a small family-owned business, starting at my kitchen table, making lapel pins, writing books, getting in this industry. That background of being a trainer, being a writer, being an author, being somebody who believes in customer service values, giving all that back, that's going to help me to help you. If you are sitting there right now and you're saying to yourself, I'm not sure if I could do all that. One of the biggest jobs that I have, or the biggest task at hand, is to have you believe that you can do all that and more. You can work with celebrity clients like we have. You can get featured in GQ magazine like we have. You can get 50, 60, 90,000 followers on Instagram like we have. You could become an industry expert writing books like we have. And you can make a great income and change the trajectory of your family and leave a legacy for your family like we have. But the first thing you have to do is believe that you can do it and understand that yes, it's possible. Enough about me. Now we're going to turn our attention to you. The last part of this video series is going to give you the answers to the questions that you probably have if you haven't gone to the website and done the investigation to see the pricing and see what it takes to invest into this program, and more importantly, to invest into yourself. Stay tuned for the last part, and we'll get down to the nitty-gritty on everything that's involved in joining the Custom Clothier Academy.